Into the wind. One with nature. The wind knows me. Into the wind. Time to go.
Time to work.
Fall in the
I'm going in! Decided by destiny.
Fulfill my duty.
Enhanced animal module
It isn't
75.
time for a break yet.
The wind knows me. One with nature.
You can't run from death.
Here to play.
Let's move.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call.
Over here.
My heat.
Let me amuse
The
you.
wind knows me.
The merrier. Citizens shine no longer.
Brings a smile to my face.
Raman, we're...
Everything's been arranged. Someone will bring the village keepers back to Aru village shortly.
I guess all I can say now...
Don't mention it. I think we can... But we share a common cause now.
Where are the perpetrators?
I'll bring you to them.
People who kidnapped the village keepers.
Oh no, it's the scribe!
There's no need to yell.
We've been all over the desert!
That's right.
General Mahamatra? No, no.
Whoa. The moment they set eyes on...
You should have known that I would be coming for you.
Wait, we were just following orders. You know what I'm talking about, right? There's no way we could have done all this by ourselves.
No, not Sino. He's gonna tear us limb from limb.
I could do worse.
Please have mercy.
Start talking. Otherwise, I'll have to resort to other methods.
So, your superiors have kept you quite busy recently.
They, wanted to extract canned knowledge.
Don't play dumb. You know what I'm really asking. They extract divine canned knowledge. Then what?
I really don't know how to explain it.
Well, you better start talking or you'll be sorry!
You don't want to make things any more difficult for yourself, do ya?
Be my guest.
Uh-huh. That sure didn't sound like a fancy metaphor or anything. You're serious, aren't you?
How did you know?
There's no use hiding it now. Yes, you're right. The Academia is working on an important and potentially world-changing project. They are creating a new god. A god that will belong to them and to the people of Sumeru. It may seem as if Sumeru's academics are thriving, but ever since the death of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, scholarly breakthroughs have been few and far between. The withering of Irminsul has been getting worse recently. The sages have tried everything they could think of, but nothing's worked. I'm always hearing them say things like, if only Greater Lord Rukkhadevata was still with us.
Continue.
And then, someone from the Fatui showed up. They called him the Doctor. He brought a gnosis, and said he wanted to borrow the Academia's research facilities. The Doctor was previously expelled from the Academia. At first, the sages looked down at him in disdain. But when he said those words, everyone's expression changed. He asked them, "Do you wish to create a god?"
This is what the arrogant ignorance at the extreme end of academia looks like.
First, the Academia spent a long time constructing a divine vessel, which was based on an exquisite humanoid puppet. After that, they harvested dreams via the Zeb-Zerus Festival Samsara, maximizing the Akasha's output. With the Doctor's help, and the Akasha now functioning at maximum efficiency, they were able to use it to extract the power from the Gnosis and convert it into a divine core. Next, they decided that their new god needed to possess divine wisdom. For that to happen, they needed a huge quantity of divine canned knowledge.
It adds up.
But how do you determine whether the knowledge extracted is of divine origin?
Call it an educated guess? The Academia has been trying to figure out the exact source of the Scholar's madness for centuries, but to no avail. Nobody can explain the cause of this phenomenon. Surely you can see what that implies, Scribe Al-Haytham. If it's knowledge no mortal can comprehend, then it must be something only gods are able to decipher. In other words, it's the source of the God of Wisdom's.
You must have noticed by now. The Academia doesn't care about who their god is. It's the ability to exercise control over knowledge and wisdom that matters. It is as if they are cursed with a desire for omniscience and omnipotence that burns in their blood. Some organisms demonstrate phototaxis, and thus orient their entire lives in respect to sources of light. For the sages, their only source of hope is the existence of a deity who embodies the acme of wisdom. This is but a form of phototaxis. For many scholars, the absence of a god of wisdom means stumbling in the darkness for the duration of their lives.
Then what does Lesser Lord Kusanali mean to you? Is she not a true god present in this world? If you already have a new god, why try to create another one?
From the beginning, the Academia has never treated her as a god. When the Academia first discovered Lesser Lord Kusanali, the newborn god of wisdom, the sages hoped that she would be as wise as Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But upon evaluation, they found that at the time she possessed no more intelligence than any ordinary human child. The sages never had a ruder awakening. This forced them to accept that Greater Lord Rukkhadevata had indeed passed away. Not to mention that Lesser Lord Kusanali's Gnosis had been used to power the Akasha this entire time. By herself, she has neither an Archon's raw power, nor the spectacular insight expected of a god of wisdom. Slowly but surely, people began to forget about her existence.
So, this is the path the sages have chosen.
All right, let's try to keep our cool. If everyone's in a bad mood, then let's change up our scenery. Rahman, give me a few men to help us escort the village keepers back to the village. And these two scholars, they're coming too.
Sure, as you wish.
The village keepers you've found have all been returned to their homes, and each one has a dedicated caregiver to look after them. The two new scholars are being
The atmosphere... Hey! Say something! Stop spacing out!
Come on, is there nothing left to talk about?
Or I can go.
Oh, Paimon!
Do you have any plans, Traveler?
Gods above, you're not talking about work, are you?
So you were still withholding some information?
Even though we lived through all of this firsthand, it still feels super surreal to hear you talk about it again.
What a whirlwind of a story. I felt like I was holding my breath the whole time.
It seems like there'll be more issues to face in the days ahead than I'd anticipated.
Still, now's a good time to make our next move. Now that Ramon's joined us, we'll...
It's time to make a plan.
Indeed. These events are a flagrant transgression of the rules in every sense. We cannot...
So, everyone,
Crush the sages and rescue our god. That is our ultimate goal.
Well, let's brainstorm a little more.
The next time we gather here, we must...
Yep, it'll work out. Candace, we're here! Has everyone arrived?
everyone is already waiting inside.
Well, what are we waiting for?
Please, wait a moment. Before attending the meeting, I hope you can promise...
What do you need?
Promise me that you won't commit to anything too reckless.
What do you think?
Okay.
Everyone's here so early!
We all...
Are you ready?
Very well.
Are you sure this is gonna work?
I gotta admit, it's bold.
The point of discussion is to arrive at a solution.
You're making...
You're finally done.
I have some other stuff to take care of. Come on, don't give me that face.
That's what I wanted to hear. Well, Traveler, Paimon, judging from your expressions, the meeting must have been quite productive.
You can tell?
I'm not that good at scheming or strategy, but I can sense people's emotions. And based on your reaction,
Paimon's a little...
to be honest, I feel the same. Here, dudes.
Candace.
I'm very glad I've said the same thing to everyone here today as I said to you when you arrived. Your safety is the most important thing. Only when you're safe can the plan be successful. You're welcome. Good luck.
Sounds good. I'll go make...
Okay.
I'll hate them!
Have you finished saying your good...
Yeah! Also...
Yes, she did. But I think our plan is not child's play. We won't be able to achieve anything if we're simply careful. We must go beyond... I hope this is clear to you.
Huh? Shouldn't you be saying something more...
Didn't we already do that during the meeting?
You can never have enough words...
In that case, Candace can cuddle you to your heart's content while I continue to remind you of the seriousness of our situation. We all have our jobs to do, after all. It's like how some people can be put in charge of logistics while others will fight on the front lines.
Speaking of the front...
Of course. Compared to the mercenaries, I'm merely a feeble scholar. But the advantage of not being a mercenary is that I get... Just think about that mercenary who lost his mind.
Well, being a scholar...
I'm not like...
This guy.
Do you remember the record we saw in the King Deshret ruins? It mentioned forbidden knowledge. You have a good memory. Forbidden knowledge has the power to drive people insane, but this fact has never been shared with the public. Even I, who has worked in the academia for some time, I think those mad scholars and mercenaries we encountered may have... But the academia has always come to think of it, the Withering, Elazar, and the Sandstorms. Don't you think what is happening right now across Sumeru is rather similar to the forbidden knowledge pollution that occurred in the desert thousands of years ago?
But Paimon thought that Irminsul's At least, that's what Tainari told us. Wait a second.
Ah, you've connected the dots.
But if that's the case, what...
Wait. Why do you think Lesser Lord Kusanali would have us...
You mean, it's related to the scene you saw when you passed...
In that, to make sure we're still on track, I would like to check...
Where are we going?
To an eremite...
Time to go.
Oh, you made it. I gave them some technical...
Ah, it's the scribe. And is that the traveler I see?
How's the work going?
Ah, yes! We have fixed the devices according to your instructions. One of them is already ready for use, while the others are still under repair.
Aren't those devices for can knowledge
Look here.
Huh? More can...
What's that look on your face?
Paimon's a little scared, but...
Anyway, we're not going to use this just yet. As I mentioned during the meeting, this knowledge capsule contains a decree I drew up in the past. The Academia should also have their own copy. And according to the plan we just came up with, Traveler, I want you to record something into this. Do you believe we can save Lesser Lord Kusanali? Good. Conviction is the most important part of all of this. Now, please get...
You want us to record our
Yes.
Paimon...
I understand, but because to achieve this impossible task, it sounds like you'll need to fool your own heart first. Although it may feel like a...
Paimon can see the point you're trying to make.
Imagine this. We have orchestrated our plan and successfully rescued Lesser Lord Kusanali. As a result, everything went without a hitch, and everyone recognized... Now, open your eyes. Here.
What's this?
Read it out loud. It's done.
Is your head okay? Does anything hurt?
It's just a recording. There should be...
But what was the point of doing that?
And that's perfectly fine. In any case, these capsules aren't meant to be used by you.
Huh?
Have you forgotten? Our plan needs to account for... You may find it hard to believe, but for those people, imagine if you've been, after all, a slave to orders. And that's why rules are so... In addition, those who understand...
But...
You could say that those kinds of
Things you're interested in are really out there.
Anyway, I'm going to take those two to work on some small projects.
Small projects?
We're going to tinker with the Akasha terminal.
I thought we agreed on a plan.
The plan is too radical and carries a high risk for casualties.
But it's still the best plan we have.
I did. And
Huh? Why are you guys arguing?
My friend,
we agreed to work out a plan at the meeting. As mercenaries, you're familiar with... Had I known all Hatham would give you those kinds of suggestions...
Look, you already know that we're...
Mercenaries place a lot of importance on their bonds of friendship. But also...
Seems you really...
Traveler, Rahman's plan is to have me work with the Caravan Reebok guards, in my capacity as a Matra. We will arrest the mercenaries and escort them into Sumeru City.
Wait, how can we work with the guards?
We can't get through that wall easily, remember? Caravan Rebot would never let so many unregistered members of the Eremites enter Sumeru City. My plan will clear us of any possible suspicion.
That also sounds like something...
Doesn't Al-Haytham know how dangerous...
Of course he does. He also said that with the... I never blindly trust...
If I make the arrests alone, I can control myself and prevent you from getting hurt. To make the whole thing more convincing, you'll need to resist to some degree. Casualties are inevitable once push comes to shove. I'm okay with the deaths of enemies, but not...
I can't believe a Matra would actually care about us. I've lived a hard life.
I've always...
Now you're making...
Hey, is there something we can do to help?
I know.
We can help fight some of the mercenaries.
Sino, on behalf of my... We have no fear of casualties.
Well, but remember, you need to follow the plan and not do any... Since you and I both...
Okay.
The guards should be stationed in the courtyard nearby. You can find them there. Guards!
General Mahamatra, to To what do we owe the honor?
Keep your voice down. This is a secret operation.
Ah, of course, of course. But who exactly are you planning?
They're a squad of Eremites whose number is comparable to
As many as Ain al-Ahmar. This should
Then I suggest that you report this to your
Got it. Please wait a moment. I'll contact them immediately.
Because this is work. Because I trust you.
Paimon can't believe you're still in the mood to chat. Aren't you even a little worried? Even if that guard...
We discussed it.
The Caravan Rebot operation is of great importance. But don't worry. The guards there shouldn't know that Sino has stepped down.
How can you be so sure?
First, the other Matra still don't know why Sino has left, which proves that the Academia has been covering up the matter. Second, this is a crucial moment for the Academia's God creation plan. If something were to happen to the General Mahamatra, it's bound to attract a lot of unwanted attention. No matter how you look at it, they don't seem interested in sharing the news of Sino's departure.
A reasonable inference. I agree.
Which brings us to our next issue. I'm sure some of you have been wondering if the prediction function of the Akasha will affect our operation.
The Akasha is still in operation, so I must remain on high. Actually, considering the power of the...
I've given that a lot of thought. If you remember, when you first came to Aru Village, all your actions and routes were predicted by the Akasha. It even gave that information to those who kidnapped the village keepers. But things like that never...
That's true. But why?
Look at it from a different angle. Why do you think the Akasha will predict your actions?
Because my personal data has been entered into the Akasha.
That's true, but the key to this question is, how well can the Akasha make predictions about a person? Haven't you ever thought about it? Just how can it do this in the first place?
Because the Akasha controls the entirety of Sumeru.
The Academia firmly believes that all human actions can be explained through logic. By sorting and analyzing entered data, the Akasha can derive behavioral logic and predict the actions of those who fit an existing logic model. However, at the risk of sounding like an advocate for fallacies, can everyone truly be considered logical at all times? Emotions are part of our behavioral logic, but can you guarantee that every experience of the same joy or pain would be equally intense? How can our feelings and opinions be predictable down to the letter in every single instance? Sino, in the past, you've always worked alone. In the absence of another person who could sway you or your thoughts, the Akasha could produce predictions that were similar to your real-life behavioral principles. Decisive and principled, you were used to solving problems alone. That's why the Akasha could figure you out. But now, you've joined a team. And I believe the Akasha hasn't yet figured out the full composition of it. Our thoughts and logic have intermingled and weaved themselves together to become a complicated, chaotic mess. Any one of us could potentially disagree with another. The Akasha lacks data. So...
Makes sense.
I guess there are things that even the Akasha cannot calculate. And people will not be forever
Paimon's...
Next time...
Will do!
Just remember to
Footsteps!
General Mahamatra, we were not expecting your presence here. I'm the security officer of the Grand Deshret Desert District. My name is Luxembargo.
This is my assistant, the Traveler. He will be working with me.
Beep! Construct!
What a great honor to meet you. Your golden hair is as bright as the sun. And, is this the latest technology from the Academia?
Have you made a decision regarding the matter I mentioned to your subordinate?
It seems to be a dire situation.
There's no need for flat. Take your most elite...
Understood. Hurry, bring them...
In 2 days, we will engage... Any questions about the...
None at all, sir.
Good.
Yes, sir.
Maybe hanging around the General Mahamatra isn't so bad after all. Everyone's so respectful towards us.
This is all due to the absolute authority of the Act Get Ready.
It's time for the operation! Let's go meet Sino in the desert!
A new punching bag. Into the wind. As one with wind and cloud. The wind knows me.
Wait a moment.
Ah! Oh, it's you.
You're my assistant, remember? Being my assistant, you must stay with me.
It's General Mahamatra and his assistants.
We meet again.
You're here early.
It's to show how important we think the operation... Since this is a big case for the Academia,
I'm glad to hear your sense of resolve. They are our only leads for the case.
Understood.
Everyone! The Eremites are...
Make preparations and be ready for combat. Halt!
Oh? What a warm welcome. What are you judging from those...
Rahman.
Who are you supposed...
I'm not here to...
Nobody's giving... Brothers!
One with nature.
Animal test 6308.
The wind knows into the wind.
Absorption test.
The wind knows me. Into the wind.
Teamwork is strength, written in the stars.
One with nature.
It's over.
We have subdued them. The operation is now over. All Eremite mercenaries and related persons...
You piddle! King Deshret will cut...
Silence!
Oh!
Restrain them and take them...
Yes, sir!
Mahamatra Sino. I will now...
Understood. You are dismissed.
There they go.
Let's talk elsewhere.
This part of the plan went really...
Yes. Things went
That's fantastic. And that punch you gave Ramon there?
Once we're done here, I'll return to Caravan Rebot and oversee the group's transport.
Yeah.
It's not the time to celebrate. Go join up with her.
Speaking of which, is it really okay for us not to share the full plan with Tainari? What if he'll feel miffed about it and refuse to work with us?
I have a very close relationship with... If we need help, get ready for the next phase.
It's about time. Didn't you say our part of the plan is the most important of all? And here you come. In the time it took you to get here, I already did 5 laps around the place, down 7 drinks.
Sorry. We didn't mean to keep...
I just wanted to fix your attitude and rub it in a little. After all, you took your sweet time getting here, and we've got important stuff to take care of. I just like seeing that. All joking aside, I'm glad you're here. Let's get moving.
But where should we start?
Our responsibility is to get a status update on the Fatui. Dealing with an institution that controls all of Sumeru is already hard enough. If the doctor were to crash the party, it would be next to him.
Yeah, we sure don't want him to...
Right? Hearing his name just reminds me of those stuffy old geezers in the academia. I'd rather not have to deal with someone like that. According to the plan, we should first go to Pardis DI and ask for Forest. If all hate them in Sino's sources, so we'll find the sages have placed spies everywhere.
Like...
That's certainly true. How much do I want? Hey, how about paying me with a smile? What do you say? I haven't seen you smiling much recently. Come on, give me a smile so that I can be looking good. There are many kinds of smiles. Let's go.
He's over there! Let's... Tainari!
Ah, Traveler, Paimon. And you are?
Hey there.
This is our friend Dia. She's
A mercenary? You must have some big news for me.
It's something really important.
All right, then follow me. This place is better. We won't be disturbed by any passerby. Okay, what is this important thing you want to ask me? The doctor, huh?
He's that strange-looking Fatui Harbinger with the mask!
Yes, I know him. Actually, he left Pardis DI just to...
He left?
Yeah, he came looking for me.
Can I ask what it was? Sorry to ask you like this after having just... For now, all we can share with...
Sino, you see. I see. So that's why he hasn't... Okay. I will answer your questions and will assist you...
Sino's name really does work wonders.
Despite having just met you, I can sense that you're the serious type. Between you, the Traveler, and Sino, none of you strike me. You don't need to tell me anything you don't want. The Harbinger you mentioned came to me because he wanted to take the scholar Hypatia away with him.
Hypatia? Why would he want her?
And what do you mean by take away?
Yes. He told me his return to Snezhnaya is imminent. So you mean... you're leaving this place soon?
Indeed. Otherwise, we could have perhaps talked a little more. I was just about to set out when I remembered something important. To that end, let me ask, have you been taking care of...
Your sources are accurate. No doubt because you recruited many informants. But you're right. Hypatia has indeed been receiving treatment from me.
Forgive me for asking, but how's the treatment coming along?
Given the way you're asking.
Since you asked, I'll be frank. I would like to take Hypatia to Snezhnaya.
It's incredibly difficult to transfer a patient.
Oh? I can't believe your utter lack of faith in me, to the point of even questioning my general level of knowledge. How unbefitting.
You know, he would trust you a little more if you hadn't taken away Kali.
Well, you're the only one who's ever made such a request.
I have my ways of keeping her safe during the journey. In addition, I can also promise that under my care, Hypatia will I will personally supervise her.
Hypatia was born in Sumeru and remains a scholar of the Academia. Her situation has not become dire enough to necessitate her transfer to another nation. Transporting her to Snezhnaya is risky, and the potential benefits are unknown. As the person, your suggestion is rude and reckless. I'll pass. I don't know much about the doctor, but after talking with him, I realized that it's not so much that he's looking down on others, but more that he's so confident in himself and his abilities, to a point of near insanity. I would never refer a patient to someone like him. I prepared myself for a protracted battle of wits, and was really surprised to see him just give up on the topic. Still...
I see. Of course, your opinion makes... You're still young, but already quite stubborn. Under normal circumstances, I wouldn't just let you off the hook like this. But luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave. It's just as the Academia said. You're a responsible and that's also why people like you can never realize that sooner or later, everyone must pay the price for what they've learned.
Paimon can't help but feel like...
He asked a question, yet didn't care for my answer. Perhaps I'm nothing but a talking rock in his eyes. He never came off as malicious, but an utter lack of compassion.
I can barely believe it myself, but if that's...
I don't think I missed any details.
Sorry, we can't tell you every...
It's okay. I have an obligation to do so. Recently, my master wrote several letters to me, asking me to return to the Academia and assist him with his research.
Hasn't he already asked you several times before?
Yes, but there's something off about this most recent batch of letters. My master will occasionally leave a few dots on the back of the letter. One dot means that he wrote the letter on a sunny day. This has been a habit of his for many years, but I didn't find it...
I get it. Since you are always at Gandharvaville, you would like me, someone already working at the Academia, to investigate this matter, right?
I'd like to ask you to do that for me. If you can keep yourself safe.
I can do that, but the Academia has been working on a big project. I'm not quite sure what it is. If the higher-ups if the situation becomes critical.
All right.
If that scenario comes to pass, you must be extra vigilant.
I must say...
Being loyal on that note.
I see. So you noticed something was up with the Academia from the very beginning.
This may well be how Sino became involved in all this. Also, if you run into Sino again, please help me pass. I think this may be something...
Okay, well
Thanks.
Right. Now let's go hunt down this Harbinger. Oh, by the way, which way did...
That way.
Gotcha. Thanks so much. We'll be on our way. According to Tainari, the doctor is leaving Sumeru soon. I want to check if the He also said that he'll take care of everything before he leaves. Just to be safe,
But we have no idea where...
We'll do it the mercenary way. That Harbinger may have tried to cover his trail, but he still left some traces. Or perhaps he never even thought about concealing his whereabouts. Maybe that's just how arrogant he really is. Yep, we're headed in the right direction. The traces are still fresh, but there's no sign of his entourage. Clearly they're in a hurry. It's just as I thought. We can stop here. I think I know where the doctor went. To the south of here is Port Ormos.
Port Ormos?
That's right. Let's go to the port and...
Follow the wind.
Look! Fatui soldiers! Thanks to Dia's tracking skills, seems...
Shh! Don't draw the port is crawling with Fatui soldiers.
Let's keep going and see what we...
Now this is a proper farewell ceremony for a Snezhnayan Harbinger.
The Lord Harbinger is leaving. I've still only seen him once or twice.
I used to hold a position in our homeland, and back then, the doctor spoke in a very different way from the way he speaks now. Maybe the way people talk in Sumeru has rubbed off on him? It's always like that when you spend too long away from home. When he gets back to Snezhnaya, perhaps it will also take him some time to get used to the life there again.
Huh? But, sir, that can't be right.
No, I remember it like it was yesterday. Both his expressions and tones are now very different. Also, for some reason, he seems like he's all smiles now.
You must be mistaken. Nobody's supposed to look happy when they're on a business trip.
The doctor is on that boat. So he told the truth after all. He is actually leaving Sumeru. Let's get closer and find a place to hide so we can observe him. This place will do. We can hide here while...
Uh-oh! He saw us!
Huh? Is he waving?
It's time to say goodbye.
Wait, is...
You...
And where are all the soldiers we saw in the port just now?
They were all here just a few minutes ago.
So this was a trap. Wait.
Luckily, there is still some time left for me to take care of everything before I leave.
Oh no. They might be after Hypatia.
Huh? What do you mean?
I'm afraid that she's seen something that she wasn't supposed to see. If I were the Fatui, I would also try to take her—
Oh no! Are you—
Let's go!
Pardis Di is not a place you Fatui can just show up and do as you please.
I believe we've already made ourselves quite clear. Our superior gave us permission to search for and collect medicinal herbs in part.
But you've been in Sumeru for some time already.
Even the Grand Sage himself may not have the right to question our research. I've done my duty to inform you.
It would seem that my words— You can keep trying to deny it, but coming to Pardis Di—
With all due respect—
Well, you only have your Harbinger to blame. I may be staying at Pardis Di as a scholar, but it is still my duty to protect the—
Then it seems our
No one will lay a hand on you.
Tighnari! Are you alright?
Fine. These Fatui have really crossed the line. Time to teach them a lesson.
There's no use resisting! Give us Hypatia!
Keep dreaming!
Yeah, Tighnari! Beat him up!
Into the wind.
The doctor's orders are absolute.
Yeah? You've been someone's lapdog for so long that you don't know anything else now.
The wind knows it. Yes!
Let's light it up!
Let's end this quickly! Into the wind! Can't run from death. The wind knows me.
We're not getting anywhere. Traveler, Paimon, please go to Hypatia.
Got it! Hypatia's still here. Well, how is she? Oh, that's good.
So, you think this is over?
What? The Balladeer is here?
I've missed that look of abject horror. You've given me that look every time we meet.
But, where is he?
I can hear all of your thoughts, you know. Don't you remember? I already saw you the first time you came to Parties DI and made contact with Hypatia. I didn't need to do anything. It is her honor to be able to connect her consciousness with me.
Who are you talking to?
I know you must be curious. I might as well tell you that I decided to enter Hypatia's consciousness the moment I sensed your touch. I wanted to observe you on a fool's errand.
Hey, Traveler!
My deification is nearly complete. All that's left now are just some final details. Do you understand? Even if you manage to rescue Lesser Lord Kusanali, it will be impossible for you to defeat a bona fide god like me. Is it wise to force that childlike god into... Scholars consider the god of wisdom to be the sum total of their faith. It's how they can justify reverence for a god as they construct it. But this also shows that humanity's worship of gods is a combination of blasphemy and exaltation. Yes. Yeah, I'm in a good mood, which is why I'm talking to you like this. What do you mean? Those words almost make you sound like a friend who actually cares. But you're wrong. I'm different from all of you. I was born to become a god. My entire life up until this point has just been a meaningless routine. Just think about a sheet of paper. By itself, it holds no meaning. The content recorded on it is what gives it value. All I had recorded down before were some painful memories and boring human feelings. Such senseless drivel should have been erased a long time ago. Indeed, to me, the sight of you fools in your futile struggles is far more amusing. Tell me, just what has this world done for you to protect it with such zest and conviction? I'm connected to your consciousness, so I can hear what you're thinking and sense the depth of your determination. This is a good conversation we're having. So here's a word of advice. Let go of your misguided guardian complex. You know nothing about the truth. It'll be for your own good, as well as everyone else's. Humans are a species that can only find bliss in ignorance. Ah, you've seen my affection for her. If you were in my position, I think you'd feel the same way. She peered into my consciousness and saw my past. Someone like that is qualified to become my first follower. All gods need followers. So Hypatia has been chosen. Her appearance heralds my imminent arrival at the throne of divinity, while her worship shall become my glory. You're doubting me again? Who wants to hurt my devout follower? The doctor wants to hurt my first follower? How very amusing. Has anyone ever told you the doctor has never known his place? Even now, you're still too naive if you think a few words will be enough to convince me to destroy the doctor. It is an honor for you to be able to stand here and speak with me. As my listener, you will be rewarded. Both good things and bad things can be called gifts. After all, gods have never needed to be reasonable.
Paimon used thunder! That person Paimon couldn't see was the Balladeer? Oh, he sure chatted with you for a while. Where is the storm headed? That means anyone outside is in danger!
Compared to the storms I've encountered out at sea.
Oh! Have the Fatui retreated? Hey!
He's hurt.
I'm fine.
Don't move. I've seen Eremites get struck by lightning before. You need to rest.
Struck by lightning?
We were fighting, and just as things started looking grim, the weather suddenly became extremely strange. Lightning started attacking everyone, almost as if it were alive. Luckily, there were only two of us, and both of us were nimble enough to dodge most of the strikes. There were a lot of Fatui.
With that, all the Fatui soldiers were forced to retreat. Why are you sorry? It's my wound aside. You look like...
Hey, didn't I tell you not to...
Just in case. Thank goodness.
Hey, how
I understand my condition.
Ugh. The more you understand medicine, the worse of a patient you become.
I know. They always think...
Oh, he sat down.
Let me rest for a bit.
So that's what you were talking to the Balladeer about?
The Academia.
That sounds, as long as I can enjoy every day with a drink in my hand, tasty food in my stomach, I must be the least...
Don't say that.
Don't mention it. Well, if nothing else, all this proves that the doctor really did have some urgent matter to attend. Maybe the Fatui want to cover up some secret of the Balladeer.
You said the Balladeer claimed that Hypatia...
Have you noticed? The Balladeer is not happy with the doctor's actions. He thinks that...
So, if the doctor was to show up again...
Based on what the Traveler has said, I think he would. In other words, we've successfully completed this...
Yay! That's a...
Nari, make sure...
Yeah.
Okay, that wraps things up for us here at Party's DI. Let's continue to keep a low...
All right, everyone.
How did everything go? Any luck with your missions?
Let's report back one by one. We've made the necessary modifications to the Akasha terminal.
I'll go next. The Traveler and I went to Party's DI.
Who was behind?
Well, that's the tough part. What should I say, Traveler? The Fatui or the Baladi? After some back and forth, we confirmed that the Doctor has left Sumeru by boat. Yet so, we've successfully removed the Doctor from the picture.
Oh, Tainari also asked us to tell you
Everything also went smoothly on my... To avoid alerting the quarry. They will stay there for now.
I can't believe you actually got so many...
It's all thanks to Rahman and his brave team.
It appears to have been very effective. Well, is that everything?
Huh? Wait.
Well, what else?
Shouldn't you end with some words of encouragement?
Personally, I'd rather we all go...
I'll hate them. You...
Oh, and if you wanted someone to say something to that effect, then I must reiterate that I'm here to strategize, so you should find someone more suitable to do that.
But I thought all of you Academia big...
Then I should remind you that I'm the scribe.
I know that.
The scribe is responsible for recording...
Fine, whatever. Well, Cyno doesn't seem to be much of a talker.
Employer?
Yep. The Traveler hired me. That's right.
Yeah, say something to boost morale.
Huh? What are you all doing here?
Oh, it's Nilu!
Hey, everyone. I'm not disturbing you, am I?
Not at all. I was at...
but you also look like you're up to no good.
Welcome, Nilu. Would you like to join us?
Huh? You mean... you also...
Yes. Nilu, are there any breaks in your performance schedule in the upcoming days?
Huh? Wait. I can't believe my... Oh, right. The Traveler and Pine...
That's right!
I must admit that I'm a little scared. But I'll try my best for Lesser Lord Kusanali. If I can somehow use my abilities to help you, then count me in.
Remember, believe in yourself.
Okay. I'll get my friends at the Grand Bazaar to help us tomorrow.
Just remember not to say too much.
Yep, you got it.
All the preparations are done. Now, can we finally conclude this meeting?
So, have you thought up what you'd like to say, boss?
Yep. It's a grand plan and we're all super awesome!
Well said. A good night.
Thank...
Huh?
Oh,
Alright, let's up.
Okay.
Yep, good night. Today is the Academia's Nia Garbaha Day. We can finally put our plan into action. Oh, Haytham should be waiting for us. Let's go to the Academia and find him.
hello, you two.
Not really. What about you all?
Naturally, I slept just...
You just...
It's crucial to
The only thing you're doing...
Anyway, do you need me to go over the game plan again? Our target is Grand Sage Azar's office. Everyone in the Academia knows that's where the Grand Sage's Many restricted commands and operations are executed via that console.
You know, Hyman's been thinking...
That isn't something they could have accomplished with their scholarly talents alone. 500 years ago.
So...
Don't forget, Today is Nyagarbha Day. The sages in Core act. All the Darshan's researchers have their noses to the grinds when the Grand Sage leaves his office to supervise the entering process. That's our cue to access the. Well, yes. If precedents hold.
Everyone should be in.
Let's go. Yes.
Scribe? Please, wait. Are you Scribe Alhaitham?
That's me. Is something the matter? I'm in a hurry.
No. I was just surprised to see you here. I had heard that the sages were. And, also, please don't bring outside guests into the academia.
Outside guests? How did you arrive at such a conclusion? Your groundless inference shames the Haravatat Darshan.
What did you say? I'm the top student in Haravatat, and I earned 3rd place at the last Inter-Darshan debate.
That wasn't my intention. As your Haravatat senior, I just assumed that you possessed a greater aptitude for critical thinking. Look, based on what you already know, the purpose of my return and the reason they're here should be obvious.
Is that so? The sages search. So, from the start, the sage.
Hey, shh. Yes, you've proven yourself as the top student in.
As I expected.
It's nothing.
All right. Thank you for your contribution.
What the heck just happened?
I'm afraid I don't know.
You have no.
Mm-hmm. He convinced himself. That is the so-called pride of a scholar. If someone questions. Nowadays, the academia is Wow.
So there are special.
We shouldn't waste any more time.
Time to go.
Is this the Academia's library?
Indeed. Known as the House of Dana, it is quite possibly the most extensive special collections library in Teyvat.
There are a lot of students going through here.
The academia marches to a fast beat, especially since it's Nyagarbha Day. Just act natural.
What's this platform for?
It's a lift that academia personnel use to access higher floors.
Are we gonna take it then?
No, not right now.
You think the Grand Sage will and after he does, we'd sneak past?
Who knows? However, if we can confirm Azar's current...
Allow me to offer you a hint. If you wish to know his location, look... Do not tell me you believed the Academia would not grow suspicious of... An eyewitness had informed me of your whereabouts, so...
Great Sage, I didn't expect you to...
I'm sure. But compared to you, I am far more interested in these. It's a pity that only now have I been afforded the opportunity to formally meet 2 of Sumeru's most esteemed guests. I do apologize. Excellent. You immediately initiated... The foot traffic here renders this place...
This place is crawling with guards.
All right then, traveler. What did you... Today is Nyagarbha Day, so I still have many responsibilities to attend to. If that is so, then you should be praising our great work.
Trivial.
Then tell me, what do the Fatui want from me? Those are all completely worthless. Benefits, divine power. creating a god. If humanity cannot attain omniscience, we shall regain even Ermin's soul will be freed from its plight. For our nation of scholars, this is the ultimate aspiration. You will never understand the rapture of having a god be born. Gods exist on care for the people. We are a people favored by Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. Though I may have the ascension of the Lesser Lord is... With that in mind, it is...
What a pathetic justification! Do you really think that only the...
As per your judgment, Grand Sage, they are in... Not only are they acting against... Oh, that reminds me. Here's the It's a summary of my time spent with the Traveler.
Oh, Haytham! We finally started to trust you!
Excellent. Detailed contents with no error. As it is near Garbaha Day, I'll enter the information on...
We'll be monitored.
With the Akasha's calculation prowess, all of your actions will be... To put it into words you can understand, wherever you go. Are you not familiar with the concept? In any case,
You're despicable!
Despicable? Perhaps your ploy was...
Lord Azar, I know what you're trying to say, but I've been following your...
Must I delineate your... First off, I received an eyewitness report that you were spotted with the Traveler to Caravan Reap. Judging by the time, you all likely encountered the truant... The Academia had not received... With their instigate...
Regardless, that's only a guess.
Indeed. If I'm correct, sneak into the Academia should your intention... As for Sino, according...
You'll see me as a traitor. Even if you impugn me, it would have little effect on you all.
You misunderstand. Losing our scribe would... However, under the current circumstances...
You said that I betrayed the Academia, but you...
So flight is turned to... Well, what do we have here? So you stole that divine knowledge capsule?
Traitor! You traitor!
Even the most rational scholar will yearn for the power of a god in a moment of desperation. Aren't you doing the exact same thing as me, Alhaitham? Unfortunately for you, no god will lend you their power.
Azar!
He has gone completely insane. Take him to the Matra and exile him to Aru village. Then find someone to take these two to the confinement room. I'll deal with them later.
Grand Sage, we've finished all required preparations for Nyargarbaha Day. We may begin to enter the capsules now.
Excellent. You may begin.
Paimon got a bit carried away there. How was Paimon acting just now? Great, huh? Everything's going according to plan so far. We made it into confinement, and Alhaitham's probably done with his part too. We even managed to trick Grand Sage Azar. What are we doing next? Paimon has trouble remembering things when she's worked up. Right. Paimon...
Apart from that, we still have yet another...
What? Why do we want to
He's always been the person the sages are most afraid of. Once the traveler is imprisoned, the sages will likely think that everything is under control, and with their guard down.
Oh, that's a super tricky plan. But Paimon still thinks it's not...
That isn't the only... According to the... That way, even if we break into the sanctuary of...
So our job...
The confinement room... I'll work with Rom... However...
No wonder you've been wearing your Akasha... Paimon thought they'd take our Akasha terminals when they locked us up in here. Were they being careless? Alright, so what now? Sounds easy enough. We can finally talk with... There's a light flashing on your Akasha terminal. It's almost like... The faster it blinks, the better the signal. Here? No signal again. Is it getting jammed? Is this the right spot? Are you getting anything?
Nahida! Hey, Nahida!
When did it first start? Oh, right. It started from the moment I was born. I wanted to become a worthy Archon. So I've kept studying, kept listening to my people and their hearts, kept looking for a way to save Irminsul. So I can catch up to Greater Lord Rukkhadevata. But I'm stuck in the sanctuary of Sarasthana. The sages are creating a god to replace me. And I'm forced to lock my consciousness in this boundless darkness.
Nahida! Nahida!
It's so quiet here. Now that I think of it, I don't think I've ever actually listened to my own inner voice. Do Archons have them? Should Archons have them? Have I been doing the right thing? Am I really not needed? How do I really feel about all of this? It's so quiet here.
Since you're the god of wisdom, you've known the answers to all these questions since the very beginning, haven't you?
Who are you? Whose voice is that? It sounds familiar. You're right, though. I won't ignore my own voice anymore.
Nahida! Nahida?
Did you wake me up? Thank you. Why are you here?
We're here to rescue you. Are you alright?
I'm fine. It's just, when I think of everything that's happened to me, I feel really angry now.
You should have been angry ages ago.
Huh? Oh, you're back! How's everything? That's wonderful news! Great! When you went to wake up Nahida, Paimon was listening for any sounds outside. You were out for a long time. There are fewer and fewer scholars going about now. You think everyone's done with their— Yep! So that means our next—
Nilou, are you sure about this?
I'm sure, and I'm going.
But if anything happens...
Don't worry.
All right.
Thanks, Mr. Zubair. You're so very kind.
Nilou, how's it going?
Definitely more than usual. But it's because...
It's okay. Just focus on your
You sure know how to talk.
Well, thank you both.
Ooh, that sounds...
All right, let's get back to business. Nilou?
I was planning on telling them something like, the Academia has been conducting...
Oh, you couldn't think of anything better? Oh.
I think it sounds great. I'm counting on you guys.
Don't worry, it'll be a piece of cake.
Hey, Nilou! Sorry, it's great to see you, but I'm really busy right now. Our Bait People Away with Yalda Candies plan is working beautifully. Do you want some candy?
Vihar, thank you so much. I'll pass on the candy, though. I cut back on sweets in the period leading up to a performance.
You have a point.
Yeah, thanks to you.
You're welcome. The honor's all mine, since I'll have such a great view of the show.
I've never seen a performance like this. This is incredible.
Yeah, but I heard that public performances like these have been banned. I can't believe she's doing this here.
Grand Sage, there's some commotion outside.
How uninteresting. Issue the new Prohibition Act from the Akasha to the guards. They'll know what to do.
Do you think we should, like, stop her?
Let's just watch for a little bit longer.
Did you hear that? It sounds like a lot of guards just ran by. Does this mean the plan has moved on to the... Yep. It's great that, come to think of it, when did Al-Haytham replace the knowledge capsule that was about to be entered into the Akasha? Oh, so that's when he did it! Paimon was too nervous to notice. Speaking of, didn't Al-Haytham also yoink the divine knowledge capsule? It's a time-tested trick of his. Why are we complimenting him? Yeah, he's... Let's Paimon remembers that Nilou's task was supposed to go a bit like this.
Now that Lesser Lord Kusan, with the doctor's
How despicable of them to rely on.
But I was originally... It should be on the Grand Sage's desk right now, and will be entered into the Akasha during the next Nyargarbaha Day.
Are they really going...
I'll make an identical knowledge capsule, but this time, I'll smuggle some misleading information into it. We only need to find an opportunity to switch the capsules. Once it's been entered into the Akasha on... The sages would definitely use that opportunity to announce the ban. And so, the misleading information will be
Sure sounds... That's pretty clever. I just have one...
People who are used to relying on the Akasha become less inquisitive, and their ability...
The Akasha will turn human.
Yikes. Good thing I didn't wear it for long when I was working in Sumeru City. At first, I thought it was a good thing, too. By the way, this plan...
Do you have someone in mind?
Nilou of Zubair Theater. I know her really well. We can trust her. I'm kinda
All right. After the guards and the Academia are gone...
Then it'll be time for me and my stove. Here they come. Did you see that, Raman? They came out from the Academia in droves.
After laying low in the city for so long.
We couldn't...
With a lioness like you.
We still need to eliminate the guards as soon as possible.
Yeah, all they've done is to sit on their cushy salaries and twiddle their thumbs all day while we fought and struggled every day in the desert.
Speaking of which, most following those black...
Indeed.
All right, let's...
You gave such...
It'll be fine. Besides, even...
You've got a point.
Good luck.
This outfit.
Poor Isak.
Hey, do you remember what you need to do, Isak? When the guards get here...
Oh, yeah, I remember.
Relax. Don't think about getting caught. You only need to think about getting the guards' attention.
Okay.
Hey, they're here. I can see the Academia guards.
All right, it's time.
Why is there a guard over there? Did he already run ahead of me? This is different from our plan. But there's no time. I need to make a choice.
Let's have a look behind the house.
What should I do next?
Looks like nothing's here. A wasted time.
Luckily, the guard looks alert. What should I do next?
Hey, stop! I saw you! Don't try to... Doesn't seem like anything unusual's around here.
Looks like the guard finally...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found... Oh, how is this possible? There's also an academia...
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me. This is bad. Where should I go?
Hey! Lesser Lord Kusanali is over there! Stop!
What? Lesser Lord Kusanali? How did I not notice that?
They found me.
The target suspected to be Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped into the ground. Where did she go? How did she disappear? Did we lose her? Hurry up and find her!
Hey, why is your team here? Didn't we say to split up our search?
Hurry! Hurry! This place is... Why are you all here?
Yeah, isn't it one heck of a coincidence? Everybody's here. What on earth is going on? I suppose that's all of you?
Who are you? Did you set us up?
Phew, that was rough. I almost got caught.
Little brat! So you're not actually Lesser Lord Kusanali?
Just some colleagues. Think of this as a business competition, or a personal grudge. After stepping into our trap, stop thinking of yourselves as hunters.
An ambush? How's that possible?
You've spent all your time hiding away in the academia. This place has long since become our hunting ground.
This is odd. The academia has quieted down after the conclusion of the Niagar. Where are the guards? Why have I not...
Grand Sage, how may I be of assistance?
I called for the guards. Why did you...
Right now, all academia guards have...
Arrest? I have an ominous...
Arrest Lesser Lord Kusanali, right?
Lesser Lord Kusanali? You mean she...
Yes, I would... Right now, everyone is in a panic.
What happened? Lesser Lord That's impossible. What manner of trickery? Disappear? Wait. How was the arrest order distributed to the guard?
It was issued by the Akasha earlier today. Only you have the authority to send messages like that, so I thought it was your order.
Let me check. Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped. The Akasha indeed contains this information. How did they bypass my permissions to... Was it the report about the traveler? No. I specifically checked that knowledge. Well, even if I Have you been to the sanctuary of...
Confirm. No, I haven't. It may be a bit offensive to say that. How can the information in the Akasha be inaccurate? If we have to confirm the information and knowledge, then how is that any different from us learning that information ourselves?
In the beginning, it was...
No, Grand Sage. Yes, Grand Sage.
Lesser Lord Kusanali has escaped from the sanctuary of Surasthana. How can that be? Stop thinking about it. Stop. It must be a trick of theirs. As long as I personally confirm it. Ah! Impossible. That's impossible. There must be something wrong with my eyes.
What a comical sight is... Once the Akasha has put certain thoughts into your head, even the Grand Sage can no longer see what's right in front of him. You all can only see the world in your mind, the one you think you know. And precisely because of this, you disregarded Lesser Lord Kusanali's existence. She has been a wise and worthy Archon.
Sino, have you been waiting for a chance like this? The Akasha predicted that you would return to the Academia to confront me. But
No, you were blinded. Your fault.
I truly did not expect...
People change, Azar.
Then tell me.
You want to buy time? This is the sanctuary of Suristhana. Under your own regulations. As for the investigation...
So what? Did you...
No. I want you to plead guilty in front of the Archon herself. You once said that I had no standing to judge you. So now, how about judgment in the name of a god?
Paimon hasn't heard any sounds outside for a while. Yeah, but... thinking about it, at least Paimon has you. When Paimon thinks of Nahida being imprisoned alone in the...
Here comes your savior.
Dia! Paimon just knew you would come to rescue us!
You two really owe me some big thanks. I had to search through who knows how many guards to find the key here. It felt even more tough.
Thanks a lot. Need Paimon to rub your shoulders?
No, that's, I'll pass.
What are you afraid of?
Now isn't the time to talk about being ticklish. Things in the city and on Sino's side are both going well. The guards that stormed out, the Corps of 30 is in charge of the city's defenses, but we already talked to Asfand. They've been fed up with the sages bossing them around. As long as it doesn't break their employment contracts, they'll turn a blind eye.
That's probably because you...
The Grand Sage is in his custody. Even I know how terrible it is to fall into... Sino forced him to release Lesser Lord Kusanali. He has no choice but to obey. So, hurry to... We should have already rescued our Archon. Honestly, I didn't expect... Alright, you two better go. I still have to clean up some messes in the city. See you around.
they say it's nice to meet you. This is the first time we've met in real life. Before, we've only met in dreams, consciousness, or when I was in someone else's body. Thank you so much for coming to rescue me, but I also need to apologize. During this time, I did some self-reflection. My sense of inferiority and yielding to the academia led to all of this, and created so much trouble for you all.
Exactly! We're here because you're a good Archon and one of our friends!
Thanks, you two. Amazing. So this is how it feels to walk out of that cage with my own body. It's like I just had an endlessly long dream. I can't even tell if I just woke up or was only now born into this world. My concept of self has become so clear. But now doesn't seem to be the time to indulge in this feeling. This is really embarrassing. You all just rescued an Archon, and now she needs your help to save her country, and even the entire world.
It's okay. With you here,
there's one more thing.
What is it?
For all the things the Academia did to me, and for all the folly it committed in the name of wisdom.
Ah! Wow! That's the spirit! You're finally
I understand now. To be a better Archon, I first need to better myself. If you haven't even figured out how to be a caterpillar, how can you be a butterfly? Yes, true. That reminds me. I wonder how far along the Academia is with their god creation plan. We need to hurry and prevent the birth of that false god. I need to make some preparations. Since I'm now free, I can establish a direct link to the Akasha and control it. First things first, I need to remove the restrictions that the doctor put on me in the Akasha. After that, I'll make some adjustments and revoke the sage's permissions. The Akasha will then be like how it originally was, only operable by the Archon. After all, the Academia betrayed Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's trust. This might take some time. In the meantime, you should also work on your own preparations. If we don't stop the god creation plan in time, we'll be in for a tough fight.
Might as well prepare for a fight. One more
How's it going? I'm done with the parts that needed. Although it's my first time working with the Akasha like this, its internal structure and operation procedures are easy for me to understand. Greater Lord Rukkhadevata's design is truly brilliant. Oh, also, this is for you.
Huh? What's this little floaty thingy?
It's a small device I put together just now. You can think of it as an upgraded Akasha terminal. You may not need it right now, but it should be helpful in certain situations.
Wait! This thing has the same characteristics as Paimon! We're both small things that float! Oh, all the things that make Paimon special got copied! When Paimon appears with the...
It's alright, Paimon. It's only a flying device, but you're the traveler's irreplaceable friend.
You're so good at comfort...
I was simply telling you what I feel to be...
Nahida, you're...
By the way, even though I'm the Archon and in control of myself again, I'm not very good at fighting. You may have heard that an Archon's power is derived from their... If we get into a situation where combat is our only option, I'm glad I can rely on you. So I've located where...
What is this place?
The sages wanted to realize their god creation plan without...
That's true.
Judging from the structure here, the project is a huge undertaking. But this place doesn't look like it could have been constructed by the Academia alone. The Fatui under the Doctor sure didn't hold back. They provided a lot of technological support.
Yeah, or else they wouldn't have been that generous.
Is that it, though? I've always thought that this doctor, instead of being interested in the end product...
The Fatui...
So, we had previously come into... One is the desire, the other obsession.
Paimon knows that that's why he wants it.
It sounds like you know the Balladeer quite well. I see. The more we know now... Alright,
Work time! No excuse for slacking!
One with nature!
Not breaking a sweat!
Take cover! Take cover!
Let's end this quickly!
The wind knows me.
This should be fun!
I will end you.
No slacking off!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Get out of here! Take cover! Everybody stand back! That's gonna hurt in the morning! Get out of here! Out of the way! Yeah! One with nature!
Fate is upon you.
Send this quickly!
The clouds high. The birds...
Take cover! Out of the way!
Into the wind.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
Animal hypostasis emulation! Stand clear!
The wind knows me. One with nature. Fallen leaves, adorn my night.
I guess this is it.
It looks like we can climb up these pipes. The pattern on the ground seems all messed up. Let's go around and see if there's a way to fix it.
Time to go.
Into the wind.
I will end you.
One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Get out of here! Take cover! I'm going in!
Into the wind.
Absorption test.
Let's end this quickly.
One with nature.
I guess this is it.
Frozen.
The wind knows me. Clouds high. The bird.
Don't get in the
One with nature.
Frozen descent.
Decided by destiny.
Time for a flash freeze.
The wind knows me.
Everybody stand back!
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Stand clear.
As one with wind and cloud.
Let's light it up!
One with nature.
Can't run from death.
Follow Tia. Time to go.
The cart is stuck. Maybe there's something wrong with the tracks. Let's try adjusting the direction of the device to clear the tracks.
Into the wind.
I'll put you on. Let's move. Shouldn't get careless. I will end you.
Clouds high. The birds call.
Huh? Out of the way! Then I'm going in!
Let's end this quickly.
Out. Get out of here! Out of the way!
The wind knows me. Fallen leaves, adorn my night!
Send this quickly!
Into the wind!
This is come at me. Let's move. You can't run.
Squirrel, Mark 2, absorption test.
One with nature.
Everybody stand back!
Clouds high.
It's
The
not
birds call.
surviving.
The wind knows me.
Don't be a killjoy. Miscalculated. This one's well done.
Fallen leaves, adorn my...
Written in the stars.
This
Into the wind.
done.
My pretties.
I'm going in! Huh? Take cover!
This is the end.
Looking at its operational status, we must prepare for the worst. The god they want...
Oh no. Which means...
Are you
If you really want...
Yes, I am. I feel not just nervous, but curious as well.
Curious?
Curious about it. To me, everything we perceive in this world, and if it's a form of knowledge, then it can be understood. However, only fate is about that which has yet to occur, so it has always drawn my curiosity. So to me, fate is the ultimate knowledge. That's also why I love observing humans. And now, I will personally...
Ah, so that's what you mean.
Agreed. Okay, let's continue on. I can sense his aura from here.
Who would have thought the world would be so eager for my birth? I remember you, Booer, the god of wisdom, and standing beside you, the traveler.
Is he all-knowing and powerful now like Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
No, I can't feel the same kind of divinity I felt from the Greater Lord. It seems that the sages didn't get the chance to infuse the divine knowledge capsules into him. But even still, he has undoubtedly become a true god now.
So we're too late? The Balladeer has already become a god?
The Balladeer. A long bygone title. When my spirit ascended to divinity, I felt as if I had existed for the same number of epochs as heaven and earth. Looking back, the existence of what once called itself Kunikazushi appears infinitely small and ugly.
This imposing aura.
A body that capitalizes on the Balladeer's original construction. How much effort and resources did the sages put into this? From a purely technological perspective,
You sure are something. Dishing out compliments at a time.
but I don't think he's reached the spiritual height of a god.
Strife is engraved upon every god and every gnosis brought forth into this world. Can you feel it? The exhilaration of such power, and the thrill of anticipation for our contention.
Nahida wouldn't feel the same things as you.
Do you not realize that you are interrupting a conversation between gods? Lowly creature, know your place.
The strife engraved upon a gnosis. You're talking about the Archon War. Tevat's current peace was not easily won. All those losses were meaningless, driven by the demands of the laws.
This is a first. No wonder your own people have abandoned you, god of wisdom. Your judgment is as your existence. This is where everything ends, Booer, the god of wisdom. You should know that wisdom cannot solve every problem. Come! Let us reenact a scene of the Archon War. Come and inaugurate my birth as a god. Churn!
Time to go.
Feeble human!
Time to go.
Insignificant pest!
One with nature.
Animal hypostasis emulation. Teamwork is dreamwork.
Into the wind. Clouds high. The birds call. At my command, you shall fall. Fine. That hurts. Sure. Insignificant past! Time to go. My endless cycle begins!
Going in! Fate is upon you!
As one with wind and cloud!
Insignificant past!
Fine. Time to go. That hurts.
Burn to oblivion!
The wind knows it.
Kneel!
Tremble!
Reality is pain!
This is supposed to be a battle between gods, yet you choose to hide behind a mortal. And now, you're acting like you'd sacrifice yourself for a human. Are you having fun proving a false sense of heroism to yourself, Booer?
The data collection is almost complete. Do you even know how many times you've tried to take my gnosis from me? We just concluded the 168th loop. Did you know that in the effort to create you, the people of Sumeru were forced to live through the exact same number of Sub-Zerus festivals and Samsara cycles?
The power of dreams. When did you use it on me? You can't even defeat me in a dream. What do you hope to achieve with this little trick?
Come, Traveler. Just like before. Allow me to awaken the memories in your dreams.
All that battle experience!
It's more than that. Compile everyone's wisdom in the name of the Archon. That is the original function of the Akasha. I've sent everything that happened just now to the people of Sumeru in the form of knowledge. I've asked them to help you find a way to defeat the false god. Now, all of Sumeru's wisdom is at your disposal.
Meaningless tricks won't save you. Are you done with your tricks? Can I finally take this as a real battle between gods?
I'll leave this to you, the first sage of Boor.
I am the all-knowing God!
Everybody stand up! Written in the stars!
Burn to oblivion!
Enhanced cannon module 75! Stand clear!
Fallen leaves, adorn my night! Kneel! Good riddance, cruel world. Into the wind. The wind knows me. Your new god, awakens!
So many regrets.
Now, your eyes kneel! Tremble!
I see everything.
Reality is pain! Burn to oblivion! Kneel! Tremble! Humans. Filthy humans. No! Wait! Please! Anything but the Gnosis! That's mine! Don't even try! I'll never go back!
We haven't yet found the answer to the most important mystery. Irminsul is still waiting to be saved. With the power of another Gnosis, we may now finally understand the last memory of Greater Lord Rukkhadevata.
This is...
That's right. This is the last memory of my predecessor.
Huh. This sure seems very different.
Yes, that is our destination. But I didn't expect the... Forbidden knowledge? You're in forbidden knowledge once polluted the desert then. But I'm afraid it is much...
So, if we...
Yes. She didn't completely the way that everyone... I'm just... sharing her... Did she fight to resist the forbidden knowledge? She even used her last remnant of lucid consciousness to leave a clue for us. Yes. Her words were... But now, we have it. We can cross the Pope and then... Will each of us need to be even with the Gnosis? Don't worry, it should be easy enough for you to keep that.
Are we in the air? And why is there a huge boat?
That's the boat of consciousness, which symbolizes reason here.
Wow. What are these? The monsters seem to have been affected by them.
The wind knows me. One with nature. The wind knows me. It's fine. Into the wind. It's fine. Time to go. One with nature. That hurts. Into the wind. One with nature. As one with wind and cloud.
Let's light it up!
Into the wind. The wind knows me.
I'm going in!
Into the wind. Time to wind strike.
Look! A four-leaf sigil has appeared in the sky!
One with nature. The wind knows me. One with nature. Clouds high. The birds.
Teamwork is dreamwork!
The wind knows me. One with nature. Fallen leaves adorn my...
Decided by destiny.
Squirrel, Mark 2! I should sleep on it.
Everybody stand back!
Into the wind.
To control the boat of consciousness, we need to find the helm first. We changed direction. Are we?
Mm-hmm. Judging from the current route, the boat of consciousness will soon take us out of here. We'll be arriving at our destination soon. How are you feeling? Are your minds still intact?
Huh? But everything's been completely normal for Paimon.
Hopefully there—
Are you saying you—
No. Otherwise—
Hey! So, is this the place you were talking about? The base of Irminsul?
Well, this is the place.
We're here to find Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, right? But the one standing over there is...
Is that... Are you... Greater Lord Rukkhadevata?
Yes, that's me. Are you surprised by my appearance? Irminsul and the surrounding lands have been reproduced here as they were years ago. We are manifestations of the same nature. Hence why we would appear exactly the same.
We're of the same nature?
Because you are me, and you are me in the new samsara.
The new samsara?
As Greater Lord Rukkhadevata, I'm the avatar of Irminsul. Imagine it this way. Even if I'm merely the remaining consciousness of Greater Lord... Judging, but you're finally here. My new self in the samsara.
If this is true...
Though we share the same nature, our fates are bound to be... When a branch grows into...
That's why
That's a great insight. It's also precisely why you won't be... But perhaps I already see a determination, along with the blessings from your past experiences. Don't worry. The growth of wisdom is like that of a plant.
Come to think of it...
Thank you. Nothing makes me happier than discovering that the Arcane always... It's so nice.
The feeling is...
Could you tell me why you wanted to create me?
I see everything that day. Even the sky itself changed into a color like this. At that time, the seven were all... I had to protect. The disaster occurred to get the pain... Had I not
So what?
It's a kind... It came from... The world is constantly... If we allow for...
So...
At that time, which is why
It's truly...
Though it was self...
Well, did it work?
Thanks to the wisdom of the people of Sumeru, but... And then, from the very...
Oh no.
I've experienced...
Yes. Even if I died, and so, I took all in hopes that you would come here and remove me and my pollution from Irminsul forever.
Wait.
Irminsul removing me from... But...
People love you. How can we... Is there really...
You're the god of wisdom, but
this...
No need to feel so sad, Boor. As someone who delights in... These are the words in their entirety. Let the world completely forget me. We all nestle under the great tree of wisdom, peering out to perceive the world. From the earth and from the rain, we perceive its wonders, until we become a white bird to perch atop a branch, and finally snap off the most important leaf. Once upon a time, I alone dreamed in this world. In my dreams, everybody would also dream after they fell asleep. Wild and wonderful thoughts would emerge from their minds. Some tumbled to the ground, and others floated to the sky, connecting all things in the world into one dazzling net. Among a plethora of worlds were numerous smaller worlds, all of fate, finding within the tapestry their brilliant glow. I gradually understood that these indescribable and constantly changing things are the most profound things in the world.
Only they can completely repel the madness. Only dreams can awaken consciousness from the deepest darkness. I'm the one who posed this question, yet also the one who sought a solution. Saving the world with the dreams of the people used to be my answer. And now, you've also found your own answer, and I shall return all